Hi, my name's Tina. Welcome to my channel, and we're all about here healing and evolution. So I did a channeling this morning, and I'll get into the details in a moment. Um, but I asked a very broad question today. So, what else can you show and tell me about our journey in life on Earth and in relation to our galaxy, other planets, and beings? And straight away, another question underneath that came through my psyche that was obviously something that that my guides were going to speak to me about. And it was to do with health and illness as well. What's happening there? Why do we get sick? And what can we do about that? So, straight away, um, a guide came through, an indigenous person. I don't know any more specific than that, but it was an indigenous person. And this is what he communicated. So when your body's sick, you are not living with nature. You're not listening to natural laws and energies. You have strayed far from what feels right to you, he meant. What the trees and plants do, what animals do. They live in harmony and alignment with their being, with their movements, their instincts, what they eat, relationship to sound, vibration. You aren't listening, or the noise that you are drawn to by your human desire and want and entertainment takes you away from what you know, from the nature laws that you are born from and created from. A tree or a bird never does different than what they are created to do. Come back to listening, to aligning. Everything has a vibration. What you eat, how you move your body, how you breathe. Listen to that which your whole being already knows. Even thoughts, ideas, and emotions are either helping you align with your nature or pulling you away from it. Okay, so for those of you who aren't necessarily used to guided or channeled information or spiritual guide information, this is not in any way punishing us or castigating us for the choices that we make as humans. It came through with a very loving but very grounded, down-to-earth energy. So don't read too much literally, very literally, into when your body's sick, you're not living with nature. And that you're not listening to natural laws. It's not to say that it's not true, but try not to take it offensively. It's not, as I say, it's not a punishment or a telling off. It's not like that. So take from it what you will without taking it as something to be offended by. He also communicated, slow down, be present with the task at hand. So what he showed me was him working on something with his hands and being very present, and it was small and detailed, and he was totally absorbed in that, being very present and attentive. He was calm and fully tuned into the task. So by showing me that, what he's trying to communicate is that's how we should, or a quality that we can tap into, to pay attention to what we do, to how we think, what we say, the things that are distracting us or drawing us in. So like outside distractions, outer distractions. Pay attention to the feelings and what comes onto your path. Don't ignore, don't choose from the mind. This can take you away from your natural essence of being in alignment with who you are, your environment, and universal energy. We all have a path and they are different, but we know how to follow that path because it shows itself. All we have to do is pay attention, listen, and be guided. It will show itself. So again, he was, or the energy was alluding to, you will get signs if you pay attention. It could be pay attention to when you eat something, how does it make you feel? It could be pay attention to how you're talking to yourself or your mental chatter. What is happening there? It could be, what are you sort of listening to from your environment? Is it something that helps bring you back closer to yourself? Or is it something that is making you feel chaotic or distracted or emotionally animated in the negative sense? All of these are things that are distracting you and pulling you away from your path, your essence, and how it is to be aligned with that. He also went on to say, illness in all its forms is due to distraction, not listening and ignoring being guided. Just as in nature, a bird has its path, but a tree has a different path. Humans are the same as this. Some people are dancers, some sing, some hunt. We all know our path, it is shown to us. When you come away from your nature of path alignment, you will struggle, and it causes frustration, illness, confusion, hopelessness, and all of these type of ailments. There is calm, harmony, and peace in your natural path, although it's not without its challenges. But there is trust without confusion, doubt, or worry. Tame your free will, not for repression or containment, but for your own highest good. So what he's saying there, or the energy is saying, is, of course we have free will. Free will is a good thing. But when you tune in, use your free will to tune in to what is best for you, to listen to those little signs, those little signals, those feelings, it will align you with the best path for you. Living in harmony is the most beautiful and mutual way to live. We live in and share energy alignment with all beings of nature. Our energy supports the other energies and vice versa. So I was shown that as we live our path and birds live their path and other humans live their path, it all fits together like this beautiful sort of perfect network. And each energy supports another energy. We synergistically work together, making it the way it's meant to be. Mutual respect and love and appreciation and respect of the life process, even if it means hunting an animal that has to die to be eaten. The animal understands this as much as we do, that we need to kill this beautiful animal. This acceptance of the individual path and our collective path is what makes it work so synchronistically, harmoniously. This is the nature of all life, this interconnectedness and alignment with each other as well as with our own path. The stars and planets are all part of this too. Balance is a concept at the heart of this way. Minerals and crystals of the earth are in relation to each other and in the right balance. The organs of our body, they live synchronistically too, in relation to each other and to the outer elements that come into the body. So that's referring to the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink. And then I also had another being, which is a light being that works with me, which is like an angelic presence. It also came in very briefly to add to this whole channeled reading. We are here for you, not interfering, but supporting, helping guide from a distance. And it was implying, this energy was implying a further distance than some of my other guides that come through. You are so loved, like all beings created from source love. This is how we exist, with so much love, trust, and respect between us all. Referring to all beings, all energy beings, all universal beings. So I just give what I receive without filtering it or changing it. So none of this is meant to offend anybody. It is purely if whatever you can take from it. It also alludes to my own personal path, which has been about physical healing, emotional healing, psychological healing, and evolving. So like that alchemical path of transforming lead into gold, if you like, for want of a better term, purifying. What can we do? What can we understand? How can we listen closer? So that was today's channeling. I hope it resonates with you. Take from it what you will, what resonates, what works for you. If you want to work more with me, if you want a personal reading, I'm doing at the moment short readings. They are concise and they are for those of you who are open to higher guidance. If you are someone who wants to have something proven, who wants a lot of factual backup, that's not what I do. I'm not the right person for you. This is guidance that I receive that is about life guidance, about spiritual guidance. So you can contact me, message me, comment below. If you want more channelings, subscribe. And if you want to do group work, I do once a month a live stream on my Patreon, Tina Clark Wellness The Practice. And I will talk on a subject, and then I will lead a guided practice of some sort to do with the subject that I have been given or chosen. And then there's time for Q&A at the end as well. So there's lots of avenues that you can work with me if you wish. And if you just want these channelings and some free guided practices that I occasionally drop here, subscribe, follow along, and I'll see you next time. Much love.